Welcome back to the Abundant Harvest Homestead. I'm Papa Pepper. I've got a friend, Jerry, here from Sanctified Supply Company, and I have a video for you guys today that I'm really excited about. If you've listened to my channel for a while, you may have heard me say certain things. Some better stuff than Teespring can do. I don't know how they mess things up as much as they do, but I'm not a fan of Teespring. Things like Teespring, not a fan of. Let me just give you a quick example. We made up this cool Built Homestead Tough logo a while ago. I ordered some shirts, we had a video, some people bought some, and the ones that I had for my kids, they wear often, they're hardly readable anymore. Even this one, this is the second one I got. If you look at all that white getting corrupted across there, it's not supposed to be like a faded, falling apart type thing. The original I had to say, hey guys, I washed this once and like half the words are disappearing. What's up? So they gave me a free replacement. That's this one that I haven't washed and I barely wear because I want to have it say something. Now, of course, a shirt you barely wear, that's more like art. That's not the purpose. I want to wear stuff. And a bit after that, I saw one some other people put out, Stepping Out of Babylon. I bought this. I've never washed this, but you can see between that O and U, you can see it's already starting just to come apart. I just leave it nicely folded. And I made one for Jeff over at Bobblehead Homestead. And he thought it was a great logo that I made. He actually uses it as his channel avatar right now. He's got some shirts he put out and stuff with it. I bought an original prototype. It's a black t-shirt right now. It doesn't exist anymore.
Whatever you wear.
Oh, this is perfect. I should wear it today. We're kind of windy.
That's not why I buy shirts. I don't have this shirt so that one day it's just a plain light gray t-shirt. So I'm pleased today to introduce you to Jerry from Sanctified Supply Co. His wife Lucia and their son is in our trailer right now hanging out with the family. Some time ago they sent down a variety pack. We did a video on it, and those shirts, they still look like when we got them. I'm not saying nothing ever is going to flake on here or nothing ever is going to disappear, but it's a stark difference. And even from the feel of the shirt and the print, and that's why I'm happy to announce something we're doing in the future. Guys, this is an example of one of the shirts, Not My Way Yahweh, that they sent us down in a little sampler pack. They really had no expectation. They just wanted to bless us because you guys have been blessed by our videos. I thought, you know what? This is cool. Let's do a video on it. So that's that one I pointed to a little bit ago. We did a video and just shouted them out. Just showed what they brought to the table and what they blessed us with. We thought it was super cool. And the week that they reached out to me about a potential partnership, I was looking for somebody to work with on some t-shirts. I don't know how a company gets as big as Spring. I don't know why they redefine themselves from Teespring to Spring. Maybe it's got something to do with the poor quality of their stuff. But I wanted something better than what they could bring to the table. They reached out to me the same week I was looking for someone without hearing that I was looking for someone, and now we've got something we're going to bring to the table. So first of all, you're General Ozarks area these days.
Right.
Just tell me a little bit about your family, your life, your journey, and how you wound up being close enough that you could come over for lunch today.
Yeah. We were on the left coast, and that's where I actually started doing t-shirts, was while we were back there. And we just wanted to do something that would allow us to glorify our Creator and to make a living, ideally, because it's necessary, right? But how we got here is basically we were watching YouTube, believe it or not, and as we were drawing closer to God, we started finding content creators who were in this general region, and I would say it was more like we were getting hints that like-minded folks were out here. And one day I looked at my wife and I said, man, there's a lot of people that believe like we do out in this area. I wonder if God's trying to give us a hint, because it was one thing after another. All of a sudden, the Ozarks kept on coming up, and so one thing led to another, and we were talking and we were talking about it again in the car, and I said, well, if we're supposed to actually go, God will give us a sign, you know, and he'll give us a confirmation so we'll know. And it was at that moment that we passed a sign that said Missouri Flats, and on the other side of the road it said, do what's right, not what's easy. And we both felt overwhelmed, and we knew in our hearts, both of us, without even talking, that was a confirmation. And so that's what led us into this area. So
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting too. We're from Wisconsin originally. We moved 750 miles away from where we were. We just felt like if there was a place to still be free, and besides just being free to obey God. We were really restructuring our life, because I wanted, when I rose up and when I laid down, when I walked by the way, and when I sat at my home, I wanted to be able to teach my children God's ways and read the Bible to them and things like that. And I really couldn't do it just following just the standard American dream. Some things need to be changed. So we wound up out here, and yeah, I definitely don't regret it. You guys, I guess, how many miles was that?
it was 2,000 miles, 2,000 and some change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So kind of leaving all they ever knew, but as a family, to come do what they feel led of the Lord to do. And I mean, your guys' Sanctified Supply Company. He's got the hat on there. There's the logo. What exactly is the driving factor or goal or vision? I know you guys don't have like a mission statement at this time or anything like that, but what's the purpose? What's the plan besides just I have to do something to make money? T-shirts will be cool. We can do it together. Where does it go beyond
Right.
that?
Well, the world we live in right now is getting a little bit uncertain, to say the least. And so we've noticed an influx of preppers, and the prepper community has really blossomed. And we are way behind the curve on like preparations. But what I feel like Lucia and I both agree on is the most important factor is spiritual preparedness. And so that's the thing that we've really been trying to focus on the most, is how can we put a message out there that's going to attract people and allow us to have a conversation with somebody. And so that was the main driving force, is that we want to be able to witness and kind of share our faith, and I feel like it's the most important thing.
Dude, I was at the Dollar General, the local Dollar General. They're about every couple blocks, some places you go. But I had on the Not My Way Yahweh shirt, and the cashier goes, "What's that shirt mean?" And I said, "Oh, not my way, Yahweh." I said, "Well, Yahweh is the God of the Bible, so I don't want to live my life my way. I want to live my life His way, Yahweh." And she was like, "Oh," and she kind of like quickly moved on. But it gave me a chance to have, you know, an expression and an example. And as we were talking earlier, you know, my life's not my own. I want Him to be my master. I want to be His servant, and it's not my Yahweh, or not my way, but Yahweh. And you know, that I would decrease, that He could increase. That's the driving factor under our life. And you know, as we talk about prepping, I did a video with Zach Bauer from An American Homestead, where we were just laughing at preppers, and we were, you know, that's an idea that people have, is to mock somebody for being prepared, and you have to reach kind of a height of absurd, ignorant self-pride. I don't know what, you know what I mean, to laugh at somebody for being prepared. Like, I know you can drive it to an extreme, but to laugh at somebody simply for being prepared is ridiculous. And in all the preparations, you guys have heard me say it here on this channel before, I don't plan on making it out of here alive. Now, if I can avoid a foolish, avoidable death, that sounds great, especially for my children and my family, but I don't plan on making it out of here alive. The spiritual preparation is super important. And the week that I was looking at somebody to partner with, or somebody to work with to get some shirts out, they reached out to me. I thought, wow, this is interesting. And then getting to know more of them and checking out their YouTube channel a bit, I'll link it up over here over his head. There's shirt stuff on there, but there's also some of their, you know, some of their vlogs and some of their journey, some of their life. I saw you putting a lean-to next to your,
Yeah.
next to one of his buildings. We're under one of the lean-tos I made, and that inspired him,
Yeah.
which is really cool to see that inspiration go on to others. But as I kind of got to feel them out a little more, understand who they were and what they were doing, plus what they were doing with their shirts, they said, hey, pretty much, you know, if you come out with some ideas, we could do some periodical releases. You know, they'll have them on their website. They can show them off and, you know, promote them. But then I can as well, and I'll have something that I'm personally confident. Like when I have a Teespring link right below this video probably. But I like to qualify that, like, yeah, it's there. And if one of yours starts to fade, they've replaced mine for free. So that's nice. but I want something that I can ultimately stand behind. For a while, I just completely pulled the Teesprings thing because until they were replacing them for free, I'm like, this is ridiculous. I know a lot of people do it. It's very common, but I'm not going to stand behind a company like that. I'm not going to. This feels like a company and individuals behind that company because it's a family business that I can stand behind. And the first one that we're bringing to the table is the one I'm wearing now. It was something I chicken scratched out a basic idea. His wife Lucia, she's really good at like art and design and that type of stuff. And so she made this one here based on something I had said. And I've got a video, I don't know if it's coming out before this video or after this video, where I talk about this concept, but gardening, it tastes better than starvation. And ultimately, I mean, it tastes better than the restaurant a lot of times, it tastes better than the grocery store a lot of times too, but especially, it tastes better than starvation. And part of that is, you know, okay, well, if we're trying to have people be spiritually prepared, you know, how does that fit in? Well, I'll tell you what, when the world was perfect, it was a man and his wife in a garden with some animals. You've probably heard my cow and sheep and some of the other animals here. You know, this is the environment we were created to live in. Where, you know, the blessed man, it talks about in Psalm 127. Well, he'll eat the fruit of his labor. You know, if his actual labor produces an actual fruit he can eat, that's like the least common denominator, shrinking it down to its whatever. You know, a lot of times, yeah, you can take your labor, exchange it for money, exchange the money for, you know, food and then eat that, but there's a real connection that you can have, and I think that especially these days, in the uncertainty of the world we're living in, as he mentioned, we want to be able to take greater stewardship. I don't care if you've got a small apartment balcony that you can put a pot with some tomatoes in, and sometimes plant a couple flowers around it, low-growing ones, and it'll confuse people. They'll think, oh, it's just some pottery, you know, just some little floral stuff, just some decor. But you can still get food of it, and there's edible flowers. But I want to take some stewardship of it, and guess what? If I wait till I'm starving to plant a garden, guess what happens? I have no garden. I have no life. You know, you need to prepare ahead of time, just like we need to prepare in this life for eternity. And that's part of where we're going to have this one. When this video goes out, they're going to turn this live. I will link a thing over here to, I don't know, can I do that? Can I link a website? I'm not sure if I can. Oh, in the description below, and probably the pinned comment, I'll put a link to this shirt in their store. They've got a lot of good other stuff. It's kind of crazy for me too, because like, for instance, Bear Independent is one that you guys work with, and he's got a mountain of subscribers, probably, I don't know, at least 10 times what I do. He's got a pile of stuff, and also some good stuff, and they're trying to work with some different creators that they like to put out some stuff and kind of come alongside people, have people come alongside them to kind of do this stuff together. And that's definitely the community building, the real life interactions. I've never sat down with anyone from Teespring. You know, I've never I've never talked to their customer care other than, just in an email thing, and then they said, here, we'll send you a new one, be quiet, and I got that shirt that's fading now. But I like a shirt I can wash. I like a shirt where the design is nice, where the message is clear. This is the first one, and if you guys are like, really, that's like, how do we know that's a Papa Pepper shirt? Well, see, if you move your hair and back, you can show people there's Papa Pepper. And that's something they're working on incorporating into some of the different designs and stuff too, because that's one thing where, I think this is a good message. I've said a variety of things before about just get used to things that taste better than starvation. Plan for the future. Prepare for the worst, hope for the best, wind up somewhere in between and be better prepared because of it. But they were really good too about, well, how do we still kind of point people back to you with the shirt that we produce? Because there may be people who just show up on their site, say, hey, that's a good shirt, I want to buy that. Because you guys you're getting more and more traffic every day with people organically showing up on your site, right?
Yeah, it's starting to work.
Good. So they may see this and they may pick up the shirt and then, find me because of it. Because, I was one of the ones behind the idea coming to life. So this is Jerry.
Yeah.
If you want to see Lucia, you got to follow him back to his channel, because she's not in this video. She'll be there. They've got some stuff on, making shirts. They've got some stuff on different things in life, some stuff that's spiritual. I saw you guys even streaming some more spiritual stuff and other things. There was a live stream you guys were talking about.
Yeah. We were supposed to do the live. We're gonna start doing a live stream. We're gonna try for once a week, where we do like a little Bible reading and kind of get to know some of the folks that are following our channel.
Yeah, I like the interaction with it better. I'm not set up to live stream very well, but I just upped my internet, and I'm going to work with some things, and hopefully we can get back to doing some more, because not too many people always chime in the comment section, and I like more interaction too.
Yeah.
This is the way I prefer to be, and I'd prefer, you know, a phone call over a text, but yeah, I like real relationships. So anything you got for closing?
Yeah, basically so the community aspect of the website is what I'm really excited to see start to cultivate. So like your tab, I think we'll call it a tab, will be on there, and then we got other creators like Bear doesn't have a tab, but Shield Bearer of Faith does. And as we expand and start working with other content creators, they'll start to see each other's merchandise as the audiences come to follow their, creator of choice.
Right.
They'll be exposed to some other like-minded content creators as well.
Yeah, I think that's cool too, to show up on like the home page and then kind of navigate to which direction you're looking and
Sure.
stuff. And you guys, I mean, obviously were watching my channel, our channel, before you reached out. What were some of the things that stuck out to you about our channel, or what did you like, or why are you here, man?
Yeah, well, we just like to get our hands dirty and do stuff. We like to grow food. We like to build things. We love building our family and raising them up to be decent human beings when they get older. And that's a lot of inspiration that I get from your channel is, man, like you want to be around or watch or feed from the people that you wouldn't mind adopting characteristics from. And so, yeah, I'm really blessed to be here talking with you.
I think it was interesting too. We came up and visited them because we were going to be in their area, and we just want to stop by, say hi. And your neighbor lady apparently watches our channel.
Yeah.
And it was interesting. It was a cool compliment because I'm older than him, and I've been a father for longer than him. And there are some things in my life that I'm doing that are nice and good and work out well. But she was like, she told him and his wife, like, you need to watch him and his wife as they raise these ones, as they raise theirs. And I thought, what a cool compliment that was, because this is a lady probably old enough to be both of our mothers, but she was like, hey, she thought I was doing a good job, and that blessed me. And of course, she just randomly showed up because she had some stuff she was dropping off for them. And was surprised to see what Papa Pepper's here, But it was really cool. And we've interacted a few times in real life. I look forward to this project together. Look forward to our relationship, just in life besides that. But I'm really excited about this too, because we've got some good ideas. The stuff I kind of wrote down and scribbled out, they're really bringing to life in a nice way, and something that I feel better standing behind. And then also a great opportunity. Who wants to bless Walmart every time they need a piece of food? Don't you like the neighbor, or don't you like the guy at the farmer's market, or don't you like the local grocer? Well, of course you do. Well, I don't want to just, bless Teespring and scrape a little bit off the top because I did all the work, and they, all the creation work and all the other stuff and all the promotion, and they just sold it and printed it off of some machine that apparently didn't do a good job. I'd rather have somebody providing for his own family, even that I know at this point, who is a quality man, standing behind his stuff, and also with a greater purpose. I know some people's greater purposes. Very few of them are godly these days. So I would rather, go in with a brother and both be blessed by it than simply support an ungodly conglomerate business profit margin, whatever company.
Well, we sure appreciate it.
So guys, check the link, check the pinned comment. Feel free to subscribe to them. I think they've got over 500 subscribers. I enjoy watching their stuff periodically. I like what they're putting out in videos, but also in shirts, and see what you guys think. We're going to go through some different ones as time goes on, and I'll probably run some commercials for this stuff in my videos as well, along with some other commercials we got for some of the other stuff we're doing, just to kind of remind people periodically. But thank you for watching. Feel free to leave some encouragement. If you think this is a good design or good message, let me know below. And if you want to check out the shirts, you'll have to head over to sanctifiedsupplyco.com.
That's right.
.com. We'll see you next time. Papa out.
Jerry out.
Thank you for watching. And the left foot.
That's because you know.